Oh. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all was waiting on me? Okay, all right, we're gonna get it popping. I'm gonna tell you something, man. We here today. Give me 1 second, let me set everything up for you. All it takes is a quick minute. And then, voila. We're set. See how that works? All right. I ain't gonna waste y'all time because I don't want nobody to waste mine. Time is money. And I like to start this thing off by saying, hello everybody out there in YouTube world. I am the homie No Cash. Yep, the one and only. If there's another, he is the phony because you already know me, man. And I'm sick of explaining. So guess what? I know y'all been watching a lot of the videos, man. I just decided to just let it go. I don't care how I look, how people perceive of it. Life is all about perception. Ever since I started my channel, I knew that this channel would be a channel about perception because I knew that the way people perceive of me was going to be the deciding factor of whether I blew or not, right? So at the end of the day, it's been about 5 years and people are still kind of misconstrued about their perception of me, okay? So here we are. I'm back at it again. My mother's beefing with me. My daughter's beefing with me. I don't have things all the way right with my wife. Life seems like it's all bad for me right now. And I wanted to show you guys that or those adversities just as well as I showed y'all the adversities of me not being able to know where my next meal was coming from or not being able to know where I was going to be laying my head or any of that stuff before. I'm going to show y'all it now. But it's not all bad. And let me take a sip real fast. It's not all bad. And I say that to say this. I've been riding around in my new SL 500 Mercedes. And it doesn't matter that it's a Mercedes. I just say that because it is what it is. All right? I've been feeling very good about the blessings that God has bestowed upon my life lately. But there's a gift and a curse to this thing. And the gift is, yes, they are blessings. God has blessed me. I work hard for my blessings. I deserve to be able to get what I want to get if I can afford it. I deserve to be able to do for whomever I choose to do for. And if I choose not to, that's fine. I deserve to do just what I would like to do with the blessings that God has bestowed upon me because I've sacrificed and disciplined myself to do the things that it takes to reap the benefits that I have today. So yes, it's a gift. But the curses of it is a lot of times you have loved ones around you that don't understand what you have to do to get where you're going. They don't understand the selfishness that has to take place in order for you to make sure that you do what you got to do so that you are put in a position to help them. So if people don't get it, that's fine. But you got to make sure that you get it. All right? So it's a gift and it's a curse. But at the end of the day, I want to show you guys that life is about good and bad, the ups and the downs, the rich or for poor, the sickness and in health, to death or life. You see, that's what life is. It's duality. But as I deal with my duality and the people in my life or on my peripheral, whether they're for me or against me, here's what I'm beginning to see. And I want you guys to pay very close attention to this because I'm not talking for nothing. A lot of times I know it seems like I babble a lot because I started out singing because my sign said, we'll sing for food, because that's what I had to do for the basic necessities. But now I don't have to sing. I don't have to do what other people want me to do for $1. I made a way for myself. And I feel like the best thing that I can do instead of singing and dancing a jig and acting like everything is all good and being entertaining, I feel like the best thing I could do is educate and enlighten my fans and instruct you guys on some things that I've learned and things that I'm doing to better my life so that you can better yours. Now, as I learn what I'm learning, I would like to share with you all. Only if you're receptive. Only if you're receptive. And so, at the end of the day, I'm not here to preach or teach, because I tell y'all I'm not a master teacher. I am a master student of my Mother, Father, Lord, God source. And as I go through and get through things, I am the best person, I feel like, to show you guys how to get to it. And I use my life as an optical. I use myself as a spectacle for you guys to see how I deal with situations, real life, right? Firsthand. So you guys can understand how I dealt with it, how I may have made a mistake or failed, and then we all get it right through my failures. So here's what I've learned. During this C-word plandemic, notice how I said that, because they're flagging a lot of videos when you're talking about this C-word thing. Y'all know the C-word. The C-word plandemic is taking us by storm. And I say that in a good way and in a bad way. But I want you guys to understand something. The main thing I want you to know is this. We all know that divided we fall and united we'll stand. Strength is in numbers. The stronger we are, together the more together we are, the stronger we are. And we know that. Don't let anybody fool you. We know that united we stand, divided we will fall. Now, if we know that, why do we let anything divide and conquer us? Now, when I say that, I could be talking to my people, which is the Indian, African, melanated beings of America. And I could just be talking to us. And yes, we would be stronger the more strength we have in numbers, right? And we know that us together, we will be stronger than we are divided. So let's get together. But watch this. If we know that is the case for us, for melanated beings, why wouldn't it be the case if everybody came together on one accord? Now, it's hard to get everybody on one accord. And it's hard to deal with multiple things at one time. So yes, we have to sweep around our own door and get things intact at home first. So I hope I'm making sense to anybody that's watching, whether you are Caucasian, whether you are a melanated being, whether you are Mexican, Chinese, whatever nationality you are. I hope you can get something from this video. And here's what I'm going to tell you guys. I've been going through a lot in my life lately. And I'm going to wrap this up pretty fast because I don't want to make this long and drawn out. But there ain't no fast way to say it. I've been going through a lot in my life, and I feel like I need a lot right now. I feel needy. I need a place to stay. I need a listening ear. I need a shoulder to cry on. I need some understanding. I need love. I need attention. And so knowing that I'm in this needy space, right? Although I'm in this needy space, I still look around and I see that I have loved ones and people that need me. Excuse me. Shouts out to my son Breezy. I want to say shouts out to you and your mom and your family, man. I want to say rest in peace to Mama Merlin. He just lost his grandmother, which was my mother-in-law, but I never married his mother. And his mother just lost her mother. And I would like to say I offer y'all and extend the best of my condolences to you all. But I have that to deal with, and I haven't even went over to my son yet and consoled him. I have homelessness that I'm dealing with. I don't have a place to sleep for the past few nights. I have tension between me and my daughter, who I love so dearly. I have a lack of understanding and compassion and concern from my wife for my personal situation because there's such of a distance between us. And I knew that this distance was there when I first met her. I knew that she had her own situation going on when I met her for at least 16 years of however old her daughter is. And so she's a woman who's used to handling things herself, having her own space and doing things the way that she likes to do it. And I understood that. And I still understand that to this day. But I'm still dealing with all of that. And as I'm dealing with all of this, I look around and I can still handpick and see people in my peripheral that needs me. Now, don't let me lose you. All of my cashiers and cashiers, don't feel sorry for me. This is a message for you, and I want you guys to get it right here on No Cash TV. Now, what I'm trying to get you to see is that no matter what I'm going through in life, and I really need all that I could get these days, I'm really going through, but I'm strong. And God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And so, as I look around and see my loved ones needing me, no matter how weak I am, no matter what I need, no matter how weary I am, I have to muscle up enough strength to be there for the ones that I know that need me, who I know will be there for me if I need them. So, using my cousin for an example, I've been giving him a ride to work here lately, and he's been helping me out in ways that I don't even want to mention on camera, but he knows. I want to say salute to you, brother, and salute to your grind. And I want to say I appreciate everything that you have been doing for me, Cuzzo. Cousin Meek Mel is what we call him. But I picked him up today. And as I picked him up, I began to see that, dang, my cousin needs me. And I'm going to be there for him because he's here for me. But after I left him and dropped him off at work, I went to another meeting, and I don't want to say what the meeting is and who it was with. But I went there, and the people had on masks. They had their brand on the mask. It wasn't these kind of masks, granted, but they had the cloth mask, cloth cotton mask with the brand, their brand on it. And we all was in there talking. Well, when I walked in, he greeted me, and I was about to shake his hand. And he was like, hey, Elbow man, I ain't with the shake hands yet. And this is a guy that grew up with me. It didn't make me feel any kind of way towards him. Let me clear that up. But it pricked me in my heart because he's from the streets. And although he has accolades, he's went on to do great things with his life. He corrected a lot of things in his life and went on to do great things and accomplish great endeavors. But here it is, this C-word pandemic has got him elbowing me because he's fearful of shaking my hand. Now, I just left out of his restroom in his company, and I just washed my hands with some of the soap, organic good soap that he has in the bathroom. But I said, I washed my hand. He still was skeptical about shaking it. Now, what that showed me was that it took me back to the video I showed you guys, and I did when I first went to my wife in New York when the C-word pandemic first hit. And I told you guys, do not let this thing cause separation between you and your families, because in these days and times, you're going to need loved ones and people that understand you, who are willing to go the bat for you and live or die for you. Because these are going to be some of the most detrimental times in our lives. And I told you guys that before anything ever really hit the fan. Nobody was listening. Well, now I'm seeing my family, my friends, and everyone not only elbowing and shunning me, they're doing it to their own family and loved ones. Now, here's what I see. It's all right to take precaution. It's okay to be careful. But one thing I need for you guys to understand that, where are the courageous and brave people that we once knew? Where are the heroes for people to look up to? Where is the aunties, the grown, mature aunties that people listened when they talked and when they came through and suggested things. Where is the people to look up to, y'all? Where are the strong, brave people anymore? Now, when I say that, I'm not looking for an answer to a rhetorical question. What I'm meaning and I'm trying to show you guys is there was once a time when we had brave people who was willing to do what it takes to help others. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I just met a man, spending time down on the beach with my wife, vacationing. And I met a man walking down to the beach who thought I needed a ride and pull over to help me. He happened to be homeless and he don't like dogs, never had a dog, but now he's riding with a dog. And the reason he has this dog is because the man that owned the dog actually got caught in a burning house. My friend who I just met, actually Mr. Mike Croft, he was brave and courageous enough. Catch this now. He was brave and courageous enough to run into the burning house, save the man who was 80% burned. And then the man said, my friend is in there. I got a friend in there. He didn't know it was a dog, but he said he's probably under the bed hiding from the smoke. So he ran back in to save the friend, find out the friend was a dog, capture the dog. Come back outside. 3 days later, the man who's 80% burned dies. And now he's stuck with this dog, who he really don't like dogs, but now this dog needs him. And he didn't think he needed the dog, but by helping the dog and getting to know the dog and getting in touch with the dog's concerns and interests and taking care of the dog and the dog whereabouts, he began to like this dog and grow on this dog, and the dog began to grow on him. And now he calls the dog his companion. He named the dog Nicky. And now he said that's his best friend, and they've been friends for over the past 4 or 5 years, and they've been visited over 26 states together. Now, I told y'all that quick story just to say, this man was brave enough to run into a house and save a stranger that he didn't even know. But his adrenaline kicked in. And he ran in and saved the man, and not only the man, he saved the dog. But I say all that to say, if he wasn't brave enough to do that, he never would have saved the man. He never would have saved the dog. And he never would have this companion now who he's grown to love. And after everybody in his family turned their backs on him, he never would have this best friend in the dog. Now, I say that just to say, we got to be more brave and courageous, y'all. The opposite of brave is fear. And what the media is pushing nowadays is fear at its best. They're fear-mongering at its highest rate. And God didn't give us the spirit of fear. Yea, though I walk through the shadows and the valleys of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. I shall fear no evil, no virus, no pandemic, no disease, no negativity, no problem, no mishaps, no mistakes, no failures. You should fear no man, no nothing, because God is with you. Now, whenever you have fear, it's okay, because fear is a feeling. And it's indicating to you that something is wrong or something is requiring your attention. But after the fear, you put your attention where it may, and you face the fear head on. And brave don't mean the absence of fear. Brave and being courageous means you face the fear in spite of you being scared. So once you know that, I need for us to be more brave and courageous during trying times. The Bible speaks of long suffering. That's long suffering. Look up the word long suffering. That means to suffer a long time. That's a power. That's a strength. And we have to stop looking for things to be so easy. And we have to stop being so scared and fearful. And even if you are scared and fearful, you got to face it in spite of, because here's what's happening. We're letting the powers that be, the media, the TV, the news, newspapers, and word of mouth spew and scared us. And now we're being the very same thing that's causing us our demise. Let me show you what I mean. We're getting so scared, mainly the females, mothers, sisters, and wives and girlfriends. They're so scared with these masks and this COVID, this C word pandemic thing, till it's causing us to divide from each other and separate. They even telling us 6 feet separation. Social distancing. 6 feet distance. Right? Now, we think this is a game. We think it's all fine and dandy. But what we're not beginning to see is the separation that is causing between us. The division. And once you have a great division, y'all, we don't have any more strength. You don't have anybody to help you once you run everybody away from you thinking they're so nasty. You can't shake their hand because you so good, or you so scared, or you so fearful that you can't shake somebody's hand that's trying to show you compassion. What if you actually come down with the COVID? Or you actually need somebody to pick you up something or bring you something, right? What if they reverse that thing on you and tell you, I ain't coming around you. You nasty. You got the C word pandemic and I don't want to catch it. Elbow you. Come on. Give me the elbow. Let me pound you. No. Come on, y'all. We got to do better, y'all. I'm being honest with you now. It's okay to be careful. It's okay to be precautious. But let me tell you something. You cannot offend the very same people who you're going to turn right around and need. And if this thing is so as bad as they trying to make us think it is, we should not be fearful and scared and worrying. We should be warriors. We should be learning and researching. And we should be being there for one another, so that if someone do catch it, we'll be brave and courageous enough to go into the fiery house to help save somebody. Because only the people who put themselves in uncomfortable situations and that are brave and courageous and willing to face the fears and face the adversities and face the challenges of life are the people who are going to make a difference in life. Those are going to be the strong people. And I consider myself to be a strong person. I can consider myself to be very intellectual. I consider myself to be courageous. And I am a light worker. I want the best for us all. Granted, a lot of us don't deserve it. I still want the best for us. But what I see that we're doing that will cause us our demise, if we don't be careful, is we have to stop shunning people. We have to be more mindful of how we're treating people during these times, because I've seen it. I've seen over at least 5 people treat people nastily and say, wear a mask before you come to my house and don't come over here, or I'm social distancing and elbow, and then turn right around and they caught COVID and they need help and they need assistance. And how would you feel if somebody treats you the same way that you're treating people? You should do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And now I'm only telling y'all this because warning comes before destruction. I'm going to say that again. Warning comes before destruction. People hear timber to warn you that the big tree is falling. And if you don't hear that warning and you don't heed to the warning, the very same tree could hurt you. So they warn you. Timber before the destruction. Boom. That's a prime example of warning coming before destruction. And I'm warning you guys. It's all right to be scared. It's all right to be fearful. It's all right to take precautions. It's all right to be careful. But it's a thin line between offending people, the very same people who would go to the bat for you, who would lay down their lives for you. And sometimes, regardless of whether you're scared or fearful or not, you have to be brave and courageous enough to face your fears. And we got to stick together as one. And I ain't talking about one race of melanated people. I'm talking about one race of people of one kind, humankind, coming together, sticking together with all of our values, our qualities, our talents, our skills, and all of the things that we know that we possess that are necessities to each nationality. We need to come together and bring it together and pool in for the greater good of humanity to make a better life for us all. For if we don't, the division that the powers that be are setting into place, causing you to act out just because you listen to the news, read the newspaper, watch the TV, and listen to all this craziness that we're hearing, and then we go out and spew it back, and we don't even know what's really going on anyway. But one thing we do know is the people that are around us that we can touch and feel and know and love are real people, and they love us and we love them, and we're all that we got. If you don't begin to treasure and value those people around you in a way that you understand that you will not survive without them, and I need you and you need me, and we're all a part of this big body. If you don't realize that, we're going to be the very same people that causes our own demise. We're going to be a part of the very same problem that causes everybody to race down and take a vaccine because they're scared, or race down and listen to anything anybody is telling you because you're fearful. You better stop, have a grip on life, and grab a hold of yourself and look at the people around you who you love and who you know, and you need to be there for them, and you need to teach them to be there for you, and understand that y'all ain't gonna have nobody but each other in these days and times, because ain't nobody gonna look after you like you. And I'm telling y'all this because I'm warning y'all. This is my last warning, trying to get y'all to understand that you will be nothing without the people that are around you. And if you ain't got nobody around you, you better be trying to find you some kindred spirit or some people who can hold you down if ever you need be. Because we are going through some times these days that we're going to need each other. And if you don't realize that and you let them cause division and separation between you and your family, it's going to cause you your demise. And I'm here to tell y'all that's not what we need to do. I ain't here to preach it to you. I see it happening in my own circles, in my own friends, in my own family, in my own communities. And so I know that it's happening around you guys. And you will be a liar if you didn't tell the truth. And so all I'm saying is it's okay to be fearful. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to take precautions and to be careful. But you better be careful of how you offend the people around you who can go to the bat for you when you really need them. Because during these times right now, in the days that we're living in, you're going to need somebody, and somebody is going to need you. And you better be preserving yourself so you can be strong enough to go to the bat when it's time. Because we are going through some times these days. I'm telling y'all. It sounds crazy and it sounds cliche. But as I've been going and being there for the people in my life, although I've been going through, I could have been fearful and scared as well. And I could have went and been selfish with all of what I got going on in my life and said, okay, I'm going to just do for me because I got enough going on and I need and I. But there is no I in team. And I had to be there for people in my family that needed me, that was there for me, and that will be there for me if I need them. So I want you guys to be mindful of that. And I'm making this video to be sure that you guys are warned. You better reach out and touch and love the people around you and find a way to be brave and courageous. And no matter whether somebody catch the C word pandemic or no matter whether they're burning up in a fiery house, be brave and courageous enough that you can run in and help save someone during their time of need. Because you never know when you may need someone to do the same thing for you. Once again, I am the homie No Cash, and I'm going to sign this thing on off with a big tenfold. Over and out. Peace and love. Y'all stay well and be blessed. And remember, the best is yet to come, and this too shall pass. Well, I think that right there deserves a shot. I'm just being real, man. Y'all can take it for what it's worth or y'all cannot. I'm just telling you. This thing is real. and we don't really know what's going on. A lot of people is playing with our lives. A lot of information is false we're getting. And I know people are confused. But what I'm here to tell y'all is, you better get your house in order, and you better get you an army of people around you that care about you. Because when it comes down to it, and you need someone and you done ran everybody away from you, you're not gonna like it when you look up and need some help and ain't nobody around. And I'm just trying to warn you. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna play this little Pacman game here. Let y'all see how I get down on Pacman real fast. And then I'm gonna get on up out of here. Okay. All right. Okay, now, I'm going to let y'all see how I get down one time. I'm going to show off a little bit if I can. The video might go viral, depending on how well I play. Let me shut up. Oh, man. All right, now, stay with me. Dang. Alright. See, can I get this ass go? Dang. Alright. I don't think I'm going to get the high score unless a miracle happens. But I'm going to be brave and courageous and face these ghost monsters like a man. Come here. Get over here. Alright. My last man, I gotta do what I gotta do, y'all. Dang, they got me. They got me, y'all. But I was brave. I was correct.